This is Tank's Vlog for September 20th, 2018, wrapping up the day in sports. We are brought to you by Allow Me to Be Frank, the weekly podcast you can hear on SoundCloud and iTunes. This week we had Casey Smith from the Barstool College Football Show. We talked about some of the great rivalries in college football that are no more, like Texas against Texas A&M, and why it is important that that rivalry be revived now. So listen to Allow Me to Be Frank with Casey Smith on SoundCloud and iTunes. Today, the National League West was won by the Los Angeles Dodgers. 6 straight, unless they completely blow it in the last 10 days, they are going to win. The last week has been just monstrous for the Dodgers, as the Rockies have gone in the wrong direction. Nolan Arenado is slumping, and Trevor Story is now out for the season and might need Tommy John surgery, meaning he'll probably miss all of 2019. It's been just one blow after another to the Rockies. On Wednesday, it was Yasiel Puig, who was Player of the Week last week. He had 5 home runs in 2 games against the Cardinals, and today he came up as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning and hit a bomb to center field, basically just blowing up the Rockies. It is over. The Dodgers are going to win the National League West. They struggled all year, but when the chips were down, they got the big hits that were needed, and now they're winning, and the Rockies are going the wrong direction. Diamondbacks won today, 9-0, beating the Cubs, but they've not played well in the last month. But just everything's just going completely wrong at the wrong time for the Rockies. And the Rockies got some good news in Atlanta, with the Braves beating the Cardinals. So that means they're only a game and a half out of the wild card, while being 2.5 now out in the West. But I don't see how the Rockies can recover from just the absolute body blow they just suffered with those 3 games in L.A. The Yankees continue to say, "Not in my house," as they went out there and slammed the Boston Red Sox 10-1. Once again, the price was wrong against the Yankees, as the Yankees smacked around David Price. Luke Voit hit 2 home runs. Some of them were cheap in the front row of the short porch, but Luke Voit, it's amazing. Luke Voit has actually been the Yankees' best hitter over the last month. Who would have ever thought that? The Mets today, they didn't even show up. Noah Syndergaard didn't really have it today. They lost 4-0 in a lackluster, unwatchable effort. And the win was important because the Phillies were able to at least keep track with the Braves. Although at 5.5 out, it's going to be hard for them to make up that much ground in so little time. The Indians got a walk-off grand slam from Jason Kipnis to beat the White Sox 4-1. It was the Brewers' 7-0 winners over the Reds. So they've squeezed in a little closer in the Central Division, just 2.5 back of the Cubs, who lost to the Diamondbacks, as mentioned before, 9-0. And of course, the Brewers continue to lead the wild card. The Mariners today slammed the Houston Astros 9-0, while the A's hammered the Angels 10-0. Now the A's still have a shot at that Western Division, trailing by 4 games, but their focus is on the wild card. And with each win, they come closer and closer to clinching. It was the Twins' 8-2 winners over the Tigers. The Rays beat the Rangers 9-3. The Orioles actually got a win for a change, beating the Blue Jays 2-1 on Pirate Day. Talk like a Pirate Day. It was the Pirates going 2-1 winners over the Royals, making the Royals walk ye mighty plank. The Padres doubled up the Giants 8-4. Let's take a look at today's 3 stars. Our number 1 star is Luke Voit, who went 4 for 4 with 2 home runs, 3 RBI, and scored 4 runs, leading the Yankees to the 10-1 win over the Red Sox. Robbie Ray, who went 6 innings, allowing just 1 hit with 8 strikeouts, as the Diamondbacks beat the Cubs 9-0, and Stephen Piscotty, who had a home run with 5 RBI and 2 runs scored as the A's hammered the Halos. It's Thursday, so that means my NFL picks for the Week 3 are up. Check the link below. I think Thursday is when it happens. The fridges will be open. The Cleveland Browns are going to beat the Jets. That is my tank lock of the day. Of course, that's good news for the Jets. Yes, I suck. Today's birthday shout-out goes to one of the greatest hockey players of all time, Guy Lafleur, who was the star and idol of Montreal as the Canadiens won 4 straight Stanley Cup in the 70s. I mean, he was just everything. He was fast, he was finesse, and he even came out with a disco album. So he was like the big star of hockey just before Wayne Gretzky arrived. And then after going to the Hall of Fame, he actually came out of retirement, played the season with the Rangers, and a couple of seasons with Le Quebec Nordique. And do you believe it's been 20 years? 20 years ago today, Cal Ripken walked into manager Ray Miller's office and said, "I'm not playing today." It was the last home game of the season, and Cal Ripken wanted to end his streak on his own terms. And he picked the right game to do it. It was a Sunday night game against the Yankees. It was on national TV. And with his father passing the next spring year, that means his father actually got the chance to see the end of his streak. And in the next few years, the injuries came to Ripken. He missed most of the season in 99, missed most of the season in 2000, and then finally retired in 2001. So check out the full story at Barstool Sports and at Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. And don't forget, listen to Allow Me to Be Frank with Casey Smith from the Barstool College Football Show. It's an excellent show. It's a great show. I put it in the top 10. It's in the Hall of Fame. In fact, not only that, one day this show is going to be in the Broadcast Museum. So listen to it now and tell your friends that you were there when you heard it. Good day.